guys, my name is Ty and we're going to start a new series on this channel called Dead Parks. We're going to talk about the coolest and most interesting defunct parks in the world. If you're new, hit that subscribe button as I try to upload frequently, and also hit the bell as well, no rhyme intended, and you'll get a notification when I upload videos. Anyway, let's talk about the currently abandoned Freestyle Music Park. Now, just to let you know, Freestyle Music Park is a theme park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, just 50 miles southeast of Carowinds. The park's theme is music and was originally called Hard Rock Park in 2008. The park's history starts when plans for Hard Rock-themed amusement park were released in 2003, but at the time, funding and licensing agreements had yet to be finalized. A feasible study showed that developers predicted 3 million visitors a year in the park's first year, with the growth of 9% the second year and decreasing growth rates after that. By 2006, an agreement with Hard Rock franchise was reached. The Hard Rock name was licensed from Seminole Nation-owned Hard Rock International, current owners and operators of the Hard Rock Cafe brand, to HRP Myrtle Beach Operations LLC, which designed and built the park for a fee of $2.5 million per year. Financing also included a loan of $385 million. Though the park only cost $225 million to build, and early themes was the first 4 seasons of summer, spring, winter, and fall. It was going to be built on a 140-acre plot of land formerly occupied by the Outlet Park at Waccamaw. Hard Rock Park was officially announced in early 2007. Construction for the park took place in mid-2007. In 2006, the old Pavilion amusement park closed its doors, and therefore Myrtle Beach didn't have a big amusement park. So for the grand opening, they went all out, and it featured a concert by Eagles and the Moody Blues. The park featured 6 rock Efrons, celebrating rock culture, lifestyle, and legends and inference. These rock Efrons included the All-Access Entry Plaza, Rock and Roll Heaven, British Invasion, Lost in the 70s, Born in the USA, and Cool Country. At opening, the park had amusement rides, live shows, interactive elements, kids' play areas, gardens, shopping, and dining attractions. The main attractions of the park were the roller coasters and the live shows that were set to music. The park included an amphitheater with 10,000 person capacity, featuring live daily shows and special performances. Other amusements include a carousel, a water play structure, and swings. Most attractions prominently featured music, bands, and rock memorabilia like its cafe counterpart. Also, the one tickets for the park cost $80. Wow! And the park opened to awesome reviews. The Times of London writer Kristen Haslam concluded that America's newest theme park brought the genre from quotation marks from the preschool classic of Disney to the new age of insubordinate adolescence through a combination of nerdy attention to detail, startling inference, and sly wit. Changes were made to operating hours and planned operating days. The original closing time of 1 a.m. was moved up to 10 p.m. in August, and the park moved to weekday-only operations after Labor Day. And with an earlier end to season planned on November 2nd, the park scheduled no concerts past August 30th. In September 2008, some investors decided to write off its entire $10 million investment in the park due to liquidity difficulties the park is experiencing. Hard Rock Park then announced they were ending the 2008 season over a month early, laying off most of its employees, and had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. At the time of the filing, the park expressed hopes of reopening in 2009. The following month, the company announced plans to sell the park. In January of 2009, the company converted to Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which means they would be liquidating all their assets. In February 2009, the Delaware Bankruptcy Court declined to force an auction and approved the sale of the park to FPI MB Entertainment for $25 million. On April 2, 2009, the new owners announced the Hard Rock name would be dropped. Despite efforts to obtain permission from Hard Rock International, which will be willing to continue use of the name if conditions could be met, the bankruptcy court required all Hard Rock merchandise to be destroyed as a result. Changing the name would give the park a more positive image since the old name was connected with the bankruptcy and it was not considered family-oriented, which the new owners wanted the park to be. Later that month, FPI unveiled a new name for the park, Freestyle Music Park. Yeah. Stating it will be pay homage to variety of music genres including rock and roll, country, reggae, beach music, pop, R&B, alternative, Christian, and disco. The park reopened finally on May 23rd, 2009 with adult admission reduced to $40. Thank God that $80 price. Busch Gardens, Tampa. Not good! Anyway, moving on. $30 for children and the annual passes for $65 and 95 cents for annual passes. Additionally, the park offered 3 separate promotions during the 2009 summer season. $10 off South Carolina residents, $17.76 for 2 admission tickets before 4 p.m., and $20 for 2 admission tickets prior to 4 p.m. As a result of these discounts, the park also made less money than hoped due to this need to attract more people. Aside from renaming overall park, section of the park also got new names. Myrtle's Beach, previously named Rock and Roll Heaven, became a tongue-in-cheek celebration of all things Polynesian. Born in the USA became Kids in America. British Invasion became Across the Pond. Cool Country became Cool Country USA. The entrance changes names from All Access Entry Plaza to VIP Plaza. FPI also introduced Kids in America, a 17,000 square foot section of 4 rides named after hit songs purchased from the roller coaster companies and Perla. The rides are named Get Off My Cloud, Fly Like an Eagle, Wheels in the Sky, and Life is a Highway. CSI Live, previously performed at Six Flags Magic Mountain near Los Angeles, was added to the park and based on the CSI TV series. As the park prepared to close at the end of the summer, FPI President Steve Baker said, "Overall, I'm really happy and we're doing our best, and we're here to stay." Baker made these comments despite the fact that the economy and the park's past problems contributed less than the spectacular first season. Throughout the season, a series of lawsuits were filed against the park, adding to the park's woes. The lawsuits were filed by Brendan Advertising for $1.4 million on August 5th, 2009, and on Roundbox Advisor LLC for $360,000 on August 17th, 2009. Baker explained that FPIMB would pay both creditors, saying that Freestyle Music Park had fewer problems than Hard Rock Park, but people were assuming the difficulties would continue, meaning that they were less patient. Tetra Financial Group also filed a lawsuit in September for lease payments, taxes, and fees. In October 2009, FPI announced that they had lined up some new investors to help the park pay its debts. They signed a memorandum of understanding with the investors. The agreement to purchase Hard Rock Park included paying $570,000 the former park's owners owed. In January 2010, the attorney for Hard Rock Park's trustee allowed an extension on that payment as the park searched for new investors. Court documents said the economic situation caused difficulty in making the payments. The park laid off 30 employees early in January 2010. In February 2010, however, FPI attorney Toby Deleuze announced the park would not reopen in March 2010 as planned. She said when if the park opened depending on the action of the investors who have not been identified. On March 25, 2010, lawyer David Slaw said the park would not reopen unless investors allowed FPI to pay Hard Rock Park's debt by the time deadline of April 1, 2010. which didn't happen, by the way. So for the next 4 years, they would go through a battle, and in the end, there was nothing they could do to save the park. So in 2014, instead of reopening the park, they relocated all the coasters to a park in Vietnam, and they decided to leave the park completely abandoned. Since the coaster has been relocated, many of the people are finding their way into the park, tagging and leaving graffiti across the park. Also, urban explorers risk arrest to document the park and see what's left of it. Meanwhile, in Vietnam in 2016, Dragon Park was completed construction, and on January 27, 2017, all the Hard Rock coasters in the park reopened to the public. But as of January 2018, the park is still abandoned and nobody knows what will happen. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to smash that like button. I will see you guys next time. Bye.